When Steve Jobs announced the App Store, everybody said,
Wow. Wow.
"Wow."
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. But I wasn't a developer then. But guess what? I am now. You see, I'm what us in the industry like to refer to ourselves as a bootcamp grad, or unemployed. So I have some time to figure this out. My bootcamp primarily focused in React, because that's where the big bucks are. I haven't got any of those big bucks. I haven't even found the small bucks yet.
Change. Spare change, ma'am.
To get ahead of the game, I've decided to learn how to program for Vision OS. I mean, how hard can it be to go from React and JavaScript to Swift and Swift UI? My goal is simple. Learn the basics of Swift and Swift UI, follow some of Apple's tutorials while building on the Vision Pro, convert some of my old projects to Vision Pro, and make some fun things while we're at it. Who knows? Okay, I'm actually gonna follow some online tutorials before jumping in, but let's do it. If you guys aren't familiar, Hacking with Swift is one of the best free online resources to get started. The first app I wanted to bring over was Guess the Flag. I already completed the course, so I decided to take this quiz to make sure I knew what I was talking about. Only one wrong, so I feel confident. Next, I wanted to check out the virtual simulator. You'll notice a few buttons on the bottom right. This is to simulate the movement in the actual headset. So you can move up, down, left, right, tilt, pan, anything in between. The blank icons you see are apps that I tried building previously, including Guess the Flag. This game couldn't be simpler. We have 3 flags and a country, and we just need to figure out which flag belongs to the country. For every correct guess, we get a point. There's a lot of things I can do to improve this app, but I'm going to focus on giving the user a way to restart the game and trying to find a way to improve this pesky alert where there's a blank icon. Hey, it's post-production Harrison here. You can find all of this code in the description below at my GitHub. How wild is it to have a VHS pause inside a VR headset video? Anyway, back to it. Now, I know this isn't ideal, but I put all the code in the content view based on the instructions from the tutorial. Going forward, I'll probably be breaking this out across different views. Scrolling down, you'll see the complete code here. Nothing crazy. Let's adjust some of that now. When a user guesses the wrong flag, I want to display the correct answer. That way they're more prepared for a future guess. I also need to control the state of the amount of questions asked. That way we can restart the game once it's complete. We're going to want to adjust the ask question function. That way we can increase the question counter after each guess. We'll also need a function to restart our game that will shuffle our countries, pick a random answer, and reset the question counter and the score to 0. Next, we'll add an if statement that will control whether or not the reset game option appears. I know this isn't the most difficult of tasks, and frankly, if you've built an iOS app before, you'll probably question most of my methods at the moment. But considering I've never actually developed a full-fledged app natively on iOS, and I remember when I had my first iPod Touch before the App Store even existed, and then witnessing the birth of the App Store, it's just cool to be able to go through the process that so many people went through before, but for the next generation of Apple product. All right, back to the task at hand. It appears everything's working, but we still don't have an image. I put together this monstrosity of an icon combining every flag in our game. After adding it to the app icon, it still was not showing correctly, and then the most unbelievable turn of events happened. Xcode crashed. I've pretty much given up on getting this icon to work properly. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to... What? Okay, so I guess just restarting Xcode solved our problem, and luckily enough, it was restarted for us. I'm gonna go through and play this just to make sure everything's working, but it looks like our app's complete. Thankfully, the great solve for our issue was given to us by Xcode. Thank you, Apple gods, for watching out. Okay, so we completed Hacking for Swift's Guess the Flag project. I actually completed the first project earlier, but I didn't think it was all that exciting, so we're gonna leave that one out. I'm gonna be looking for ways to incorporate Vision OS specific elements as we progress. The alert icon window was the first obstacle, but they're going to get more complicated. I'm going to look for ways to include 3D objects, use the immersive environments, and whatever else we can find. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had fun, and hope to see you in the next one.